Good morning, happy Monday. I apologize for not vlogging this weekend. I know several of you asked for an Easter holiday weekend vlog, but honestly, I didn't really do anything that was vlog worthy. I spent Friday cleaning and doing some school stuff. I spent Saturday doing hours and hours and hours of laundry and ironing, and quite frankly, I've already put up videos of me cleaning my house. It seems redundant to put up anymore. And then yesterday, Easter, we went to church and we went to my sister-in-law's for dinner and we came home. It was actually a relatively uneventful weekend. But today I am doing a day in the life. I've had a lot of requests for one of these videos and I've never actually done a day in the life before, so I am about to give it a shot. So with that, I'll talk to you guys later. I am loving the fact that it's 6:45 and the sun is already out. It is daylight. I'll show you, because last week when I would get here, it was still nighttime and you can see the moon up there. Actually, it's not showing up. There it is. But yay! Just goes to show that spring is really here. Winter's over. So that's a good thing. It's nice to arrive here and not come in the pitch black like I've been doing for a very, very long time now. So that's a good thing. Happy. And I just walked in the door, as you can tell. So right now I need to unpack all my stuff. And I was really good on Friday. I had everything already laid out for today. But now I need to get all the chairs set down on the floor. I put them up so that they could really clean the room Friday, because the room was a mess. And hopefully they cleaned the bathroom, because it was also pretty gross. And yes, they did. Everything's clean. So I like clean. So with that, I'm going to set the camera down so I can get to work, because I got a lot of stuff to do. Emperor's Egg. And even though I know we had quite a few kids absent on Friday when I read this, or Thursday, I still read this one to you guys anyway. Who remembers what kind of book The Emperor's Egg is? Who remembers? Fiction or nonfiction? Nonfiction, okay? Even though this book was filled with illustrations instead of photography, it was still a nonfiction book. Now, today, I want to take a moment to look at this book. And I really like this book. It's called Immigrant Kids by Russell Friedman. And this is the story of brand new families and brand new children coming to America. Now, just looking at the cover, is this present day or the past?
Past.
Raise your hand. How do you know it's the past? Olivia. Arnell?
They're wearing old-fashioned clothes.
They're wearing very old-fashioned clothing.
You can see the doll.
Okay, you can see the dolly. Does this doll look like the kind of doll you would go to Toys R Us and buy?
No.
No.
It's handmade.
Exactly. This is a handmade doll. This is what we would call inferring. We're able to look at this image and use the information we already know to make inferences about this photograph. All right? Now, I'm going to turn the page, and I want to take a moment. We'll look at this photograph real quick. There's some amazing photographs in this book. Now, this is nonfiction, but this book is relying on photos as opposed to illustrations. And once again, we see children, and what do we call this that they're in? A wagon. All right? Raise their hand. What are they holding? What do you see in this photo? What do you see going on here? They're holding American flags. Are these kids actually American? No. Okay, we know from the title of the book, these children are immigrants. But what is usually the hope and dream of every immigrant who comes to America? What's the dream for those families? To become American. What do you think's happening in this? I see kids being pulled on like toy horses, I see wagons, I see flags, I see people standing to the side. What do you think this
I
is?
think there's this boy in the back over there. It looks like he's on like those old bikes.
It has 3 wheels. What do you call a bike with 3 wheels?
Tricycle.
A tricycle. Okay, so all of this is old time stuff. It looks like they're having kind of like a parade, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like a little parade. All right? Now, if I turn the page, come on, focus. There we go. This is the page I really want to pay attention to. This is the table of contents. The table of contents is a really important page in a book because it tells me several things. I know the title of this book is Immigrants. So when I look at this right here, coming over, on page 4, from page 4 to 14, immigrants coming over. What kind of information am I going to find on these pages? Raise your hand. What are these pages going to tell me stories of? Olivia? About immigrants.
How they came.
How they came. Dogs. Okay? Raise your hand if you have a dog.
Me.
I got 2.
All right?
5.
Now, just like cats, do all dogs require the same kind of care?
Yes.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Not all of them, okay? So maybe I don't want to talk about all dogs. Maybe I just want to talk about Chihuahuas.
Chihuahua.
Okay, I can never spell Chihuahuas.
Ankle biter.
Chihuahua.
I know I spelled that wrong. Sorry. I know I spelled Chihuahuas wrong. Okay? Maybe I just want to talk about pit bulls. Okay? Maybe I just want to talk about poodles. Okay? Now, shh. Think about a pit bull. The hair on the pit bull, is it very long or super short?
Short.
It's super short, okay? Do I need to brush a pit bull every single day? No. Now think about a poodle. Is the hair super short or very long?
Long.
It's long. Now you can have it cut short. But basically, to have the poodle's hair cut, you now have to take that dog to a groomer and pay money to have that dog to have their hair cut. And you have to have that done like every 2 months. So right off the bat, which two dogs cost more money in grooming? The poodles. But which of the two dogs is actually bigger? Pit bull. So which one might eat more food? Pit bull. All right. So different dogs have different requirements. All right. Now, if you own a pit bull, should you write a personal expertise story about poodles? No. If this is a personal expertise nonfiction story, you're writing from your own knowledge base. All right? So, today when you take out your journals and you open to your list of topics, I want you guys as tables to talk about your ideas that you have, share your list with your table, because by sharing your list, you might give an idea or an inspiration to someone sitting at your table who might still be struggling for ideas. Then, once you share your list with your tables, I want you to start to see, how can I go from dogs to pit bulls? How are you going to narrow this topic? And also, are we going to just be writing one chapter when we start working on these? No, we're working on multiple chapters. Okay?
What?
So, I am. In fact, I'm going to give you a piece of paper today that says table of contents. One of the papers you're getting today to start working on this is literally your table of contents. So I'm going to pretend that I am writing about penguins. I'm going to write about emperor penguins. Okay? Because you guys know I love emperor penguins. I've read multiple books on them. I've watched the movie March of the Penguins. I love penguins. All right? Now, I gotta start thinking of what my chapters are gonna be. Emperor Penguins is my big title. Now I gotta start thinking about those subtitles, those baby titles, where it's its own title, but it's still talking about the big title. All right? So, maybe I want to talk about, first of all, where they live. All right? I'm not putting page numbers yet, because I haven't got my pages figured out. So right now I'm just putting in my first subtitle. You know what I could even include in this chapter? A map. I can draw a very simple map of Antarctica. That would look really cool in my work. Next chapter is going to be called Caring for the Egg, or Protecting. Protecting the egg. All right. I could write a chapter on when does mom and dad get to eat?
They take turns. Take turns.
Okay. I could write a chapter on babysitting. Because who does the babysitting? Dad. Okay? So, but you know, I'm not going to call it babysitting. I'm going to call it penguin sitting.
They take turns. Penguin sitting. What?
Okay? And then I could write a chapter on when everyone finally goes to the sea. Going to sea.
So you only got one.
Alright? So that quickly I was able to think of 6 chapters. Who can raise their hand and tell me what are your groups doing right now? What are you supposed to do right now? Olivia.
Share your ideas.
Share your list of ideas. That's the first thing you do. What was the second thing you needed to do? Nobody can tell me the second thing you needed to do?
Talk about it.
You needed to narrow. Narrow your ideas. How are you going to go from dogs to pit bulls? Okay? How are you going to go from all babies to taking care of my baby sister? Okay? How are you going to narrow those ideas? So that's the second thing you're going to do. What was the third thing you're going to do? Start working on a table of contents. Alright? You figured out I'm writing about this. Okay. What are different things I need to know about how to do that? Okay? If I'm writing about soccer, I may have a topic on uniforms. I may have a topic on practice. I might have a topic on the rules. I may have a chapter on how to goalie. That's what you're doing right now. Everyone, take out your writer's notebook.
Did you just hit the function to the stutter?
This is 1/2. This single pizza slice, the green, which we know, how many green does it take them the whole circle? 5. So if I was doing a whole circle, this would be 5ths. I'm not doing a circle. I'm telling you right now that this one slice is 1/2 of the whole. What does the whole look like? If this is 1/2 of the whole, what does the whole look like?
She said that.
Okay.
No, she said it.
How many pieces in halves? How many pieces are in halves? Alright, I have all my little groups are working. You all got your heads together, but can I have you guys listen to the question I'm asking? How many pieces in halves? Everyone. 2. If something has been broken into half, it is 2 pieces. 1, 2.
That's it?
That's it.
What?
That's the whole. I could either make it look like a big giant pizza slice, or I could do something silly
It look like a leaf.
and make it look like a leaf. Okay? But the bottom line is, I have to have 2 equal pieces to make halves. Take the blue shape, the dark blue, and you need 2 pieces. You need 2 pieces of the dark blue. That's the only color you need right now is 2 pieces of the dark blue. Listen to my directions. These 2 blues is half of the whole.
Wow.
Okay? What you just made with the 2 blue pizza slices is half of the whole shape. What does the whole shape look like? That's half of your whole shape. Half of the whole. What does the whole look like?
I can see it.
So do you all agree that that's the whole shape? Okay, good. All right. Okay, you made a whole circle. This is half of it. What does the other half look like? If what's on your table is half, to make the whole, you just need to make the other half, right? That's too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The whole is only 2 pieces, or the half. If half is 2, the whole is what? Why? Very good. Okay. Okay. And it is lunchtime. I just finished wolfing down my food. I'm still nursing my Diet Pepsi for the day. We had a really productive morning this morning. I do have 7 kids absent, so that's a bit of a bummer. I wasn't able to do book club this morning because I don't want to have that many children a day behind the rest of the class for book club. So I postponed book club until tomorrow, and today we just did a regular daily 5 rotation. So I had the children book shop this morning and get brand new books to have at their spots. And then we did read to self, and we talked a little bit. I also spent a lot of time teaching expository writing. I took advantage of the change in curriculum today, and I used, where are they? A couple of books. I read to the class last week The Emperor's Egg, which is one of my favorites. I love penguins, emperor penguins. So I read this book last week to model for them how you can have a nonfiction text with illustrations, but it still provides information. You still have captions under the illustrations. So this was one of the books that I read last week. Today, though, I focused on this book called Immigrant Kids by Russell Friedman. And this is a great book because especially if you're teaching expository writing and you're trying to teach them the idea of a table of contents, chapters, how to take your big idea and to break it into smaller sections. So we spent a lot of time this morning talking about this book. We used our VTS skills, which is visual thinking strategies, to examine the photographs and to pull the history from the photos. And then we spent a good deal of time today on the table of contents going through this. So we have the preface, which is usually a word from the author. And then chapter 1 is called Coming Over. And I talked to these, what does that mean? Coming over, coming from where? At home, at school, at work, at play, and how all of those subtitles or chapter titles refers to our main idea of immigrant kids. And this was a great book to use in my classroom because so many of my children are immigrants or their parents immigrated to this country and they might be native born, but they know the struggles that their parents went through to get here and how hard it was to become an American citizen and the process. So, and also in my room, I do have a lot of refugee children. I believe I have 7 refugees in my classroom this year. And so we were able to compare how they took an airplane to come to this country, but how, you know, immigrants from years ago came over by ship. You know, they wouldn't have been able to have afforded an airplane ticket, or airplane wasn't even available back then for mass transit. So we were able to compare the past and the present, find the chapter titles in here. Today we worked on narrowing our topics, how to go from, you know, the topic of dogs to then come down to the topic of pit bull dog, and how you can use your expertise in your own mind to write me an expository text on a pit bull, or how you're going to just narrow your focus down so that it's not so overwhelming that you can't possibly finish this. So that's what we were doing for Writer's Workshop today. So today they finally chose a topic and they figured out their chapter titles. Tomorrow we will start working on real writing and start tackling how are we going to write more than one chapter. So that's a lesson for tomorrow. For, like I said, for reading today, we really just book shopped and we did read to self. And then we did math. We pulled out the fraction circles and we were talking about, okay, this yellow triangle, this yellow pizza wedge is 1/3 of the shape. So what does the whole shape look like? And they were stumped at first because they're so used to having the whole always being the whole circle. So suddenly the whole could be anything, and that threw them for a loop initially, but they finally seemed to get that one pretty good by the end of the lesson. This afternoon we are going to be using maps for social studies, topographical maps and natural resource maps. We'll be examining them and reading the data from there. We will get our new spelling words today and go through the rules that we can find. I have the words say are vowel teams and magic E, and a couple of words that of course don't follow the rules. So that's going to be that today. It's been a pretty simple, routine, ordinary day, and if you watched my last video, then you know that that is exactly 100% what I wanted. Just a normal, ordinary day with no surprises. I needed it, and the kids desperately needed it as well. So that is all good. And oh, last week we did a science experiment and I wanted to show it to you. For science, we are studying energy and the transfer of energy. And so we were learning about conductors and insulators with heat. And so we made these little kitchen tables out of aluminum foil and put a candle at the edge of the foil, and we had to wait for the heat to travel down to melt chocolate chips. It was really fun and delicious. The kids all ate the chips. So I was really bummed that I didn't get a chance to like pull the camera out and show you that one. My battery died, which was just such a bummer. But maybe I'll like replicate that so I can show it to you at home or something, because it was a really cute science experiment and they all got it. I mean, there wasn't one kid in here who was just like, why did that happen? Nope, they all got it. So I'm going to go ahead though and pause right here so I can finish up lunch and get a few things done before they come back. I did a lot of recording for this morning. In fact, I've already burned through 2 of my 3 batteries. So I know I was doing a day in the life video, but I'm not entirely sure I'm going to be able to like just set the camera up in the corner and hit record and let it record indefinitely, because I'm going to burn through my last battery really quick if I do that. Because I also wanted to take the camera home and continue to show you that even when you go home, a teacher's day really is never done. So I just finished teaching the lesson on maps, and the kids right now are using highlighters, and they are currently reading maps, highlighting the names, and interpreting the data found on the maps. Right now, I'm having my prep time in my classroom. The specials teacher actually comes and teaches a lesson in the room. And so the children have basically been taught that I am invisible at this time. I just pop in my earbuds, listen to some music, and continue getting some work done. We're almost done with the day. The kids are all packed up. They've got their homework assignments. And because of the ELO problem here, I have to differentiate the homework. So tonight, the children who don't really speak that much English, they're only getting a math homework assignment. But for the children who do speak English, they're getting a math and social studies. So this would be their math homework, finding here's the part, what's the whole, and then this is a summary of the social studies lesson because I don't let them take home the books. So this is almost like all the words from that lesson. They'll take it home, answer the questions on the side, and practice the vocabulary. So this is a great way for me to send home social studies homework without releasing the textbooks because I used to have 30 social studies books. Now I only have 27 social studies books because they didn't come back to school ever. So the books don't leave anymore. But at least they have something they can take home and read. That's a summary of that lesson. So that's it for today.
I ain't got no homework.
You didn't get a homework? Okay, we have a child with no homework. And here you go. Now you have homework. So I'm about to dismiss these little guys in about 30 seconds, and then I have some errands to run after work today, which I will take you along for that as well. At the mall, I need to run in real quick and run to Sephora. There's a few items I want to get at Sephora. Plus, I am also here to return something I got. I used my points to get a 500 point Paracone MD skin kit. Oh my lord, it fried my skin. I don't know if it's showing up like all through here. My whole face is crusty and peeling off, and unfortunately makeup actually makes it look worse even though I still have my makeup on. So I'm going to try to return that. Because I use points, I don't know if I can get my points back if I can return that. Usually though Sephora is really good for returns, but then I also need to get an Anastasia Brow Wiz and a few other things, and when I get home I'm sure I'll do a little mini haul with you guys real quick. Finally back home, and luckily Bill was off work today and he took care of dinner for me. So we are having Coney dogs. Oh yeah. He went to the restaurant, got some Coney Island chili, and unlike most people who put onions and mustard on their Coney dogs, I go against the grain. I'm not a big mustard girl, and I don't like raw onions. I'd rather have my onions cooked in something. I actually put ketchup on my Coney dogs, which I know it's total sacrilege. Most Michiganders would be appalled, but still I'm gonna pig out and I'm gonna eat those suckers. And right now, Bill and Casey are outside because Casey has his first baseball game tonight. Unfortunately, it's a Monday and I'm gonna miss it, which is a bit of a bummer, but I have got to do sorry about that. I have to do the pricing for our writing curriculum because we are adopting Mesa for next year, which is kind of like, oh, when I missed the pitching, I was going to show you some hitting, some batting, but I missed it. So, but there's my cute hubby with his cleaning up. Yeah, we missed Casey's batting practice. Oh well, I'll have to trust me. It's a baseball family. You will see all kinds of baseball very soon. But it's a bummer. I'm going to miss this first game for the season tonight. But I've got to do the budget for the curriculum because we had our last writing curriculum meeting Thursday. And I was assigned to do the budgeting for 3rd grade and 4th grade. Well, there's 6 units of writing for each grade level. So I have to find the books, price the books, tally it all up. But it was a holiday weekend, and so I didn't get to it this weekend because we had things going on. Friday night we had a double date with our friends. Sunday was Easter. Saturday I had to catch up on a lot of housework and cleaning and things because, as you guys know, I've been sick lately. There's been a lot of other things going on. So I was just crazy busy all weekend, and I didn't do the budget this weekend, which means I have tonight and tomorrow night. So I've got to basically budget the entire 3rd grade tonight, and then tomorrow I have to budget the entire 4th grade, because Wednesday morning I'm going to the next curriculum meeting and the budget is due. Like, yikes, holy crap. And we're talking like 100 books per grade level. So yeah, crazy. But right now I'm gonna pig out and eat me some chili dogs. So we got a little footage here of Casey swinging his bat. Sorry for all the noise. Every day in this neighborhood, leaf blowers and lawnmowers are going. It's just part of living here. Anyway, here we go. Woo! Whoa! I think we lost that one. Oh, there it is. And that is my little slugger. Give him a wave, Casey. And that's all for now. Okay, so my husband just proved why he's husband of the year. Okay, I have a story to tell. And yes, I was throwing a major temper tantrum. You have to understand the context though. The last couple of months have been really hard. They've been really, really hard. You know, I had an emergency with AJ that was, I don't want to go into detail with it because he's entitled to his privacy, but it was huge. It was mega, mega, mega huge. It affected the whole family. We were all stressed out. It was huge. Then I spent the better part of March kind of sick. Like for the first half of March, I was having stomach issues. The second half of March and the first week of April, I was dying, just crazy dying, urinary tract infection, bowel blockage, the works, you know, hospital visits. So that was all going on. My students have been a little out of control lately because, as I've mentioned in previous videos, our structure, our routine went out the window and it's just been chaos and madness. You know, today was the first day back. I hit them hard with routine structure. It was a glorious day. It was a gloriously boring, perfect day. I loved it. The kids even seemed to love it. So, I mean, but due to a variety of circumstances, I've been incredibly stressed out. I've been worried. I've had family members who've been having some medical issues. It's just been dominoes. It's been one thing after another. And so Friday, I went and I did the grocery shopping for Easter Sunday. And I was responsible for taking a dessert and doing a cheese and cracker plate. So I bought everything and I bought the ingredients for trifle. I love trifle, and my husband, it's like one of the only desserts he will eat. He doesn't like cake. He won't eat anything with frosting. He won't eat anything that has like glaze or lots of sugar in it. So I make trifle for him, and it's really light and fluffy. I've made this trifle for like barbecues and picnics, and I've literally had friends lick the bowl. So yeah, last summer Lance was out there licking the trifle bowl clean. True story. So I bought the ingredients for this trifle, and then Sunday morning I assembled it, put it in the refrigerator before Mass, and then, you know, I take it to my sister-in-law's house and put everything out, whatever. Well, at my sister-in-law's house, middle of dinner, I didn't even get a chance to finish my dinner, neither did Bill. AJ gets sick. He has one of his medical emergencies. So we have to leave. And I have to leave. And I'm like, I even go to my sister, do you have a Tupperware, anything that I can just put a serving of trifle in to take with me? She's like, I don't. At the moment, everything's being used. And so I had to leave the trifle behind. And I kid you not, somehow leaving that trifle behind, it was like the straw that broke the camel's back. You know, and it might be the fact that I'm also a little hormonal because I'm, you know, mid 40s. I'm having way too many girl times, just way too many. So, but anyway, I come home and I'm angry. And I'm angry at AJ, which is stupid because he can't help it. He came down sick at that moment. You know, he has no control when these attacks happen to him. But I was angry at him. And lately, everything that should be easy has been like hard. Even like the easy stuff has been hard lately. And so I come home and I'm pouting and I'm frustrated. And so it was like 8:30 last night, and I don't even remember what happened. Oh, I remember what it was. I went into Casey's bedroom, and I had cleaned Casey's bedroom Saturday. Casey and I had worked together. That room was spotless. I went in his bedroom 8:30 at night on Sunday, and the bedroom looked like a tornado had gone through it. And I'm like, Casey, what did you do to your room? Why did you do this to your room? What on earth happened in here? I mean, I'm not kidding. It was destroyed. All the drawers were pulled out. Clothes were all tossed in the floor. The contents of the closet had been dragged to the middle of the floor. He had been looking for something. And while looking for this one piece of clothing, he destroyed an entire room. And then I go into the boys' bathroom. And mind you, this bathroom had also been cleaned on Friday because we had company coming over Friday. So I knew the bathroom was clean. I go in the bathroom. I'm not even going to describe it. I have 2 boys. That's all I got to say. So I walk out of the bathroom and I literally started crying. I mean, not just a little cry. Oh, no. We are talking Kim Kardashian ugly cry. It was Kim Kardashian ugly giant tears just falling. I'm sobbing my full head off, you know, and I go in the bathroom, I'm trying to hide, but they can hear me. So AJ's like, Mom, what's wrong? I was like, nothing's wrong, just go away, leave me alone. You know? So we get the boys to bed, and Bill comes and he sits with me in the bedroom, and I just start venting. I mean, this is what's wrong, and this is wrong, and this is not right, and this isn't right, and meditating's not even helping anymore, and I want trifle. I mean, I'm just like, I'm serious. I'm crying, and I'm like, I want trifle. So, oh, hello, Boo. Hello, kitty. You want to be in the video? Say Boo's here. And so Bill, God bless him, he had today off of work because he had a 4-day weekend for Easter. He drove to my sister-in-law's house and brought home the trifle. Only a couple people had some of it, so like literally like 3/4 of it is still there. I haven't even had a piece yet because I'm full from my Coney dogs. But yeah, he was like, here, I think you needed this. I was like, you are the best husband in the whole wide world. I love you. So I will have trifle for dessert tonight. Not that that fixes any of the other problems I've mentioned, mind you, but you know, he thought enough to go get me that doggone trifle. Yes, husband of the year. But so I wanted to show you real quick what I got from Sephora because I did promise you guys a mini haul. So one of the things I got was a new beauty blender. I got the one that's like taupe because usually I get the pink one, but you're putting on, you know, taupe colored foundation, and so it just gets so gross and yucky that honestly buying this color really made sense. It's still gonna get gross and yucky, but at least it won't look so gross and yucky. So I got that, and then I did get a new Anastasia Brow Wiz because mine completely ran out. I mean, I ran that sucker dry. So I will start a new one of these tomorrow morning. And I'm sorry, I think I'm shaking this camera all over the place. I also got something I've been wanting to try for a long time. I have been using the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer for years. I even have one of those in my purse emergency makeup bag because in an emergency it even works as foundation. But this is like one of those cult classics, the NARS Under Eye Concealer. This is in the color Chantilly, which is basically the palest color they make because, hello, I am pale. So I am excited to try this tomorrow morning with my makeup routine. And then I got the Dior Pump Up the Volume or Pump and Lash one. the tube is a squeezy tube, and this is in the color, and it doesn't say, just 090. But I mean, it's black. I got the black. So this is the Dior mascara. So a couple of new things to try. And then they did let me return, well, actually, I'm not sure. I returned the Paracone MD kit that like totally fried me to try and get my 500 points back. So they put it in the computer, but they said it may take a few days for the points to be refunded to me because they don't usually refund point items once they've been opened and used. But they felt really bad for me because when they said that they couldn't give me the points back, I was like, all right, well, no big deal, but just throw it away because honestly, I can't use it. And so I think she felt really, really bad when I didn't say throw it away to be mean or rude. I was really sweet to them because it's not their fault, and it's probably a perfectly good product. It just didn't work for my skin type. You know, the reason I picked it with my points is because I've heard good things about it. So apparently there's a lot of people that loved it. It didn't work on me. So, but they are trying to give me my 500 points back. So maybe in a couple of days they will be there. If not, it's not the end of the world. It's just a few points. And the way I shop at Sephora, trust me, I'll make those points up again real fast. So I've got to stop talking though because I have got to get to work on the budget for the writing committee. I don't want to. I can't lie. I really don't want to do this because I know I'm going to be working till late tonight, but it's got to be. I have been working on the budget, and I'm actually very pleased that it went much faster than I thought it would. I mean, I've still been working on it for about an hour and a half, but it really did go a lot faster than I thought it would. So I only did third grade tonight, and so with third grade, I printed out the first 3 units because that's what I was asked to do here. And so luckily, I was able to find within the units one page that literally had all the mentor text on them. So that worked out really well. And then most of the books can come right off of Amazon.com. And then I also realized as I was going through these lists that, you know, this is a really long list of books, but only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these texts are actually specifically referenced in the lesson plans. So there will literally be parts in the teacher's lesson plan guide that says, turn to this page in The Moon Book by Gail Gibbons and use this passage for your lesson. All these other books in the list are strictly supplementals, where, you know, if you want to share more and more and more persuasive text or personal expertise or launching stories, you can. But, you know, our school has a pretty tight budget. So honestly, I've just budgeted the referenced books, which makes the budget not that bad. Most of the books can be purchased right off Amazon.com with free shipping and handling. The only thing that would be a little different is with this one unit, the persuasive essay unit for grade 3, they're all coming from this website, Capstone Publishers, but all of them are $6.95 and there are 5 titles. So again, then you would get these ones from that website, but then the rest would come from Amazon. I will say though, the persuasive essay part is asking that the school purchase either Debate It from Scholastic News or Kids Central Debate by Time for Kids. So one of those. And those are usually, you know, you buy one subscription per child. They're usually anywhere from $3.95 to $4.95 per child. And then in our situation, we would have to multiply that by 34 to be realistically covered for the grade level or for that classroom. So that could be up to an extra $165, give or take a few bucks there. So I'm done tonight with third grade, and honestly, it's going on 7 o'clock. It has been a very long day. I am pooped. I am very pooped. So I am going to wrap it up for tonight. And actually, I still need to do... No, I am not grading papers tonight. I am not. At some point, teachers, you just got to draw the line. Honestly, I could continue to grade papers tonight. I could actually cut out some things that I wanted to cut out for work, but I don't need them tomorrow. I could do a little bit more research into some of the articles I'm supposed to be reading for my writing curriculum. But you know what I'm going to do? I am calling it a night. It's 7 o'clock. I've been working since 6 a.m. I've put in a 13-hour day. I'm done. I'm calling it. So with that, I hope you've enjoyed a day in the life of a teacher. As you can see, it's a lot. It's a lot. But if you happen to find it rewarding and you love working with kids, then it is the job for you. With that though, I'm going to go ahead and close this video for tonight. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you'll get notified when new videos goes up. And I will talk to you later.